balance. Hi, this is Brianna here at Books&Briars. Today I've come to you with another first. This is my first Top 5 Wednesday video. Top 5 Wednesday is a series created by Lainey at Ginger Reads Lainey here on YouTube. I will be sure to link her page and the Goodreads page for the Top 5 Wednesday group in the description box. The topic this week is Top 5 New to You Authors for 2015. And I'm really excited about this topic because I have discovered a lot of new and amazing authors this year. So, just diving right on in. Number 5. I've read my first Colleen Hoover book this year. So Colleen Hoover is a really popular young adult author, and I've honestly just never been too interested in reading her books. But this year I was able to get my hands on an ebook of Finding Cinderella, which is a novella part of the Hopeless series. So I read the novella without actually reading the series, but I don't regret it because the characters were amazing, the story was wonderful, it was so cute, and I read it really quickly, and I'm looking forward to getting my hands on more of Colleen Hoover's books. Author number 4 that I discovered this year is Charlie N. Holmberg. Now, Charlie is a new young adult author. She published her first book in September of 2014, I think. And that is the book that I started reading this April, and that is The Paper Magician. It's all about a girl who has to bind herself to one form of magic. Like, people can do magic with certain materials. And she is unwillingly bound to make magic with paper, which she sees as useless. But throughout the story, we discover that paper has a lot of possibility to it, which I think is also a bit of a metaphor for writing and the magic of paper and books and such. And it's just a really cute story it's mostly focused on the love element and the attraction there. But there's some action, there's some adventure, there's some interesting moral quandaries, and it was just a fun, light read. Number 3 in my new to me authors this year, I read my first Kazuo Ishiguro book. Now, Kazuo Ishiguro is a very popular novelist, and I read one of his most popular books, and that is Never Let Me Go. I don't want to say too much about this book because I feel like saying anything at all about it can give you a spoiler. In fact, I got this book last year, and I just didn't read it because I was spoiled. Someone told me about what the circumstances of the novel were, and it was just so nonchalant that I knew nothing about this book, and I preferred it that way before I read it. And then I suddenly knew, like, the entire context of the world, and everything made a lot more sense as I read it, and I kind of wish that I had gone in completely blind. So all I'm going to say about that is it is an amazing book, and it has an amazing story and some really interesting questions to ask about how we're living our lives. On to number 2. And this one, I'm a bit embarrassed that I haven't actually read any of his books until now, but that is Neil Gaiman. I read The Graveyard Book. The Graveyard Book is just such a cute but not story. Like, it's got a young character, and he's just unencumbered by any of the fears that adults have, and he's left in a graveyard and raised by ghosts, and he has to deal with life and growing up when everyone around him is a ghost. Introduces a lot of shocking ideas, like things that I hadn't thought about. And this book made me think. I think all of these authors have written books that made me think, for the most part. My number 1 newly discovered author this year is possibly my favorite author ever. This is actually, she wrote the first book that I read of 2015, and I have since read 3 more of her books, and I have one that is just sort of sitting on my Amazon wish list waiting for me to purchase it, but I'm waiting until a time I can fully appreciate it before I dive into that one. And this author is Kelley York. I saw quite a few booktubers receive her newest release, Modern Monsters from Entangled Teen, and jealousy was flooding through me. I wanted that book so bad. And then I got it on Kindle and read it. But the first book I read of hers at the beginning of the year was Made of Stars. And that is a book about two siblings and uncovering the secrets of their childhood friend and his life. And it's really more about the friend, but it's told through the perspective of the siblings. And it's just got some interesting dynamics because both siblings, male and female, have a crush on this male. And it's like dealing with their emotions and trying to like come of age after high school and after they've left like youth and high school behind. And it's great. It was a really amazing read, and my mother was probably sick of me talking about it because I read it in like 2 days and I just could not stop talking about it. It is amazing, and I recommend it to everyone. Following Made of Stars, I then immediately, as soon as I completed it on my Kindle, when you complete a book on your Kindle and you're connected to the internet, it gives you options for other books to purchase. In those other books to purchase was the book Hushed, also by Kelley York. I immediately purchased that and started reading it because that is my life. And again, that was an amazing book, completely different, really dark and gritty and lovely, and I wanted more. Yeah, there's a lot of dark topics. Like the first one deals with a kid with a mysterious background who may be homeless, may be abused, maybe just like neglected. The second one deals with a boy who is in a very emotionally unstable and unhealthy relationship, and so he goes around and kills people. Really not good, really dark, but amazing. And Hollow deals with a girl who is transformed into a vampire and then has to deal with a bunch of family secrets coming out. Modern Monsters deals with a boy who's been accused of rape. And the one that is on my wish list that I keep staring at, but I know that I'm not emotionally ready to handle it yet, but I will this year, I swear, is Suicide Watch, which is about a group with a suicide pact, I think. And I'm just not emotionally ready to deal with that. But I will be, and it will be amazing. And then I'll go and watch like some rom-coms or something, because I know that's going to wring me out and I'm going to need some time where I'm not expected to put on a smiley face and teach young children after reading something that heart-wrenching, because just the summary of that is heart-wrenching. But I will leave that to you to discover. Those are my top 5 new-to-me authors of 2015. I hope to discover more as the year goes on. I'm actually currently reading like 3 books where I think I'm falling in love with the author and the writing style. That's all I have for you for today. Be sure to check out Top 5 Wednesday group, linked in the description. There are some awesome people, and you can see some new faces, hear some new voices, and they've got archives. For me, that's all for now. See you next time.